Give the gift of a delicious burger from Bulldog Burger, a soup and sandwich from Sweet Pepper's Deli, appetizers and cocktails from The Grill, or even a wood-fired steak from Harvey's. Choice is the perfect gift. An all-in-one gift card from Eat With Us.
At First Choice Bank, we know you can't always make it before the bank closes. With our integrated teller, you can talk to a live person as late as 7 p.m. on weekdays and noon on Saturdays. It's not just an ATM, it's an ITM. First Choice Bank, your choice for banking.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome into Mississippi Live Weather This Morning. Thanks as always for tuning in with us, for starting off your morning, your Tuesday morning with us. I am meteorologist Maggie McCauley, getting you out the door, everything you need to know this morning. So let's get into it. Number one is we're still seeing a cold start out there. So as you're headed out, you're still going to need the coat just like you did yesterday morning. We're sitting warmer, but it's still chilly out there. We'll talk exact numbers in just a second. Here's some good news out there for you. Mild days are ahead. I'm talking warmer than average days coming and sticking around here in North Mississippi. So if you like some warmer days, you're going to like our overall forecast. And rain does also return into the midweek time frame. So Wednesday into Thursday, we're looking at our next rain chance. We're going to be breaking down all those things, starting with temperatures out the door. Take a look at this in the 20s out there. So that's why I said it's warmer than yesterday. But hey, even warmer than yesterday is still cold out there. So most of us in the 20s this morning, 19, dropping it down to 19, our coldest spot in the map over there in Houston. So hey, Houston, are y'all okay? It's cold over there. 21 in Corinth, 24 up in Boonville, 25 Oxford, 25 Senatobia, 28 Louisville. So yeah, you get the picture. Most of us starting off in the 20s, still going to need your coat out the door. But here's a look at the temperature change. So this is a look at temperatures the yesterday morning in comparison to this morning. And we're sitting anywhere between really 5 up to 10 degrees. And most of us around that 10 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. So we are getting in on that warming trend, but it's going to take a while to get actually warm in comparison to starting off in the teens yesterday morning. Just was very, very cold. Here's a live look outside. Still a lot of blue skies going to be expected today as that sun does start to rise. Nice conditions over in Starkville, over in Oktibbeha County. You can see the campus of Mississippi State looking good this morning. Temperatures in the 20s there as well. So definitely still cold if you're still heading out on campus today. Over in Winona, beautiful blue skies. You can really get a good look at that there. So very nice conditions out the door this morning. Even though it's so cold, we're seeing a lot of sunshine. That's going to help aid in a warm up a little bit later on in the day. 22 over in Winona. Let's talk about that warm up. Let's talk about your first 12 hours ahead. Temperature is going to be in the 20s going over your next hour or so. So still going to need that coat even if you're not headed out till 7, 8 a.m. Going into 10 a.m. we'll be in the 40s. Now that's where we topped off yesterday. Some of us, a lot of us even hung out in the upper 30s. So we'll be in the 40s by 10. We'll be warmer into the 50s this afternoon. So jumping about 10 degrees from today to yesterday is going to be the story pretty much all day long. 50s expected into your afternoon hours. Clouds will eventually build back, as you can see there. So lots of sunshine in the front half of the day. Going later on, we'll see more clouds start to return. Temperatures near 40 by your 7 o'clock hour. Here's the overall look on what's happening on satellite and radar. Not a lot going on here in North Mississippi and really across the southeast. Good portion of the central United States. Pretty quiet out there this morning, but the story will start to change as we head over the next few days. Let's go into your Tuesday afternoon. A little bit more cloud cover will start to reach the area, really impact us overnight. And here is our first batch of rain from a few that's going to be passing through. So Wednesday morning, I'm expected to be tracking a few rain showers that are going to be pushing through the area, possibly going to be impacting and making for a wet Wednesday morning commute. Here's the thing with those showers. And this is pretty consistent through all of our model runs that have been going through Wednesday. Showers going in the morning and then mainly out of here by the afternoon. So yeah, you might need a shower or not a shower. You might need a raincoat in the morning, but not going to need it as the time you're heading home back from work on your Wednesday. Here's the thing, you probably will on Thursday though. We're watching a cold front that's finally going to be inching closer to the area, causing showers out there by 6 o'clock, reaching all the way to your 8 o'clock hour. So another wet commute possible out there for Thursday. Those are going to be pushing in through a majority of the day and mainly out of here as we head into your evening hours as that front begins to push further off to the east. So that's a look at that. Thursday definitely going to be our main day of rainfall out of the next few. Good news is Arctic air is retreating just in time for the holidays. So if you do like the warmer air, we're going to be seeing that cold air that's plaguing us this morning, that's been plaguing us over the last few days, start to make its way back home, and warmer conditions are going to be the forecast as we go into our day tomorrow, as we go into the weekend, and as we go up into our Christmas holiday. I'm talking warmer than average. I'm talking not a white Christmas by any means of the imagination. So coming up next, we'll talk about how warm things are going to be getting in the forecast. And of course, we'll go more hour by hour breakdown of your latest rain chances throughout your work week. So make sure to stick with us. All of those details coming up right after this.
Chris Murphy at Murphy Brothers in Boonville, standing here with a new Roxor all dressed out. This is the way Matt Laubon said he'd like to have a weather chaser, storm chaser vehicle. Come check them out. Get yours right here at Murphy Brothers in Boonville today.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Laubon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Laubon has proven himself trustworthy.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, welcome back into the Room to Room Weather Center. I am meteorologist Maggie McAuley, giving you a live look outside before we get into your overall forecast. This is a look over in Pontotoc. Nice conditions out the door this morning, at least by what they look like. Okay, it looks nice out there. Beautiful blue skies still starting off your morning. Conditions still cold there, though, in the middle 20s over in Pontotoc, and most of us in the 20s today, or at least this morning as well. Same story over in Macon, a little bit further south. Temperature still in the middle 20s there as well. So overall, most of us starting off in the 20s with lots of clear conditions. We will see nicer conditions make way as we head into your afternoon. So even though a cold start, we will be seeing a warmer afternoon ahead. If you're hitting the airways or know anybody that is this morning, I'm not tracking any moderate or even major delays in all of our region-wide airports. You can see here from Oklahoma, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, Little Rock, all the way here in Memphis, closer to home, Atlanta, and down into the coast. Not tracking any major delays out there in all of our airways. Sticking here in North Mississippi, if the kiddos are still heading to school today, they are still going to need the coat just like they did yesterday, okay? Temperatures in the 20s, still very cold out there as they're headed out. The good news is by the time you're picking them up, we will see a warmer afternoon, about 10 degrees warmer than we were yesterday. Pick up temperatures in the 50s out there, really across the board, going to be in the 50s for the most part. Yeah, maybe a few counties could try to hang out in the upper 40s, just like a few tried to hang out in the upper 30s yesterday, but most of us in the 50s, 50 in Corinth, 51 New Albany, 52 Tupelo, 52 Amory, 53 Columbus. So most of us in those low 50s, really across the board out there for your Tuesday, which is still sitting a few degrees below average. Rain chances ahead. We will pick back up on our rain chances going into Wednesday, and then especially out there for our Thursday. Thursday kind of looking like our main day of rain out of our work week and really out of the next 7 days as well. However, we also see rain return as we head into the back half of your weekend. Let's talk about that Thursday rain chance first, though. Going throughout your day today, lots of sunshine, especially in the front half of the day. Going a little bit later, we'll start to see those clouds stream in. So by 10 p.m., seeing some clouds in here. That'll be the story as we head into those overnight hours. And here's that first wave of rain that's going to be happening on your Wednesday. So Wednesday morning, tune in to Mississippi Live Weather. I bet I'll be tracking out some rain out there for you. But if you are headed out before we're live, so 6 a.m., we're not live till 6:30, I would make sure you have the Mississippi Live app downloaded. You can see free radar on there. Just pull it up, know where the rain is, know if you need the raincoat out the door, and I would just go ahead and pack it because we are looking at some showers pushing through into your Wednesday morning, possibly making for a wet commute out there. Here's the good news. That really moves on after noon and on, and we're looking at mainly dry conditions going into the rest of your Wednesday. So yes, you might need that raincoat out the door. You probably won't need it for the rest of the day or majority of the day. Possibly a shower trying to creep in by 10 p.m. More rain expected into your Thursday. Kind of seeing some scattered activity into your Thursday morning. More rain looking likely as we head into your afternoon. You can see here possibly a few heavier downpours as well. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some rumbles of thunder into your Thursday afternoon because those showers are riding along a cold front that's going to be passing in. As it goes through into the afternoon, into your evening hours, that's the main time frame when we'll watch that main round really push in. So by 6 o'clock, it's starting to make its way out, still in places like the Golden Triangle region, and then out of here as we head later on in your evening. How much rain are we looking to see overall over the next 3 days? Not much, not a great amount. Now, further off to the north, a little bit better, around 1/2 inch from Jackson to Nashville, Tennessee. Down here, though, in North Mississippi, about 1/4 inch at best as we head over the next 3 days. So not a great rainmaker over there for us. Here's a look at high temperatures. Here's been the main story over the next 7 days. What we've been talking about, what we've been teasing and saying we're going to be talking about. It's our high temperatures because take a look at this. We're in the 50s today. We were in the 40s yesterday. We're in the middle 50s tomorrow. Thursday, we're in the 60s. Now, that cold front comes in on Thursday. It does knock our temperatures back for 1 day. 1 day will be knocked back into the 40s, upper 40s, near 50 degrees on Friday, but we rebound right back to the 60s as we had Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You know what these days are, those days that are leading up to your Christmas holiday, and temperatures in the upper to middle 60s. And let me just go ahead and tell you, I'm not looking at a major cool down for Christmas. I'm not looking at a cold front passing through in any of these days that would allow temperatures to cool down anything different than what you're seeing on Monday and Tuesday for your Christmas holiday. So it is looking like a warm Christmas out there. You can see our temperature outlook just saying the same thing from the 22nd to the 26th. So this is through your Christmas holiday, looking to be above average, more than above average. We're in that deep red, not the deepest, I would say, but in that deeper red that you're seeing that kind of separates us from places like Alabama, a good portion of Tennessee. So well above average is what we're looking like for your Christmas holiday. Let me zoom out and show you. We're not alone, so don't think it's just here in North Mississippi. You're going to have to search far and wide across the United States to be getting that cold winterland Christmas out there, because above average conditions look to be the story from coast to coast for your Christmas holiday. So not necessarily something we like to hear, but I know we want those warmer days ahead after dealing with what we dealt with yesterday and what we're dealing with this morning. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. 20s out there this morning, 50s for your afternoon. Again, middle 50s tomorrow. We pick back up on rain chances, especially out there for your Thursday, with 60s back in the forecast. And then 60s are the story going into your weekend and also going into your Christmas holiday. I hate to tell you that, but 60s, middle to even upper 60s really look to hold on. So we're going to be watching that. Again, always giving you the latest update and latest numbers when it comes to your Christmas holiday, but things right now are looking pretty consistent for it to be the 60s and even 70s on your Christmas holiday. Make sure to tune in with us. We'll talk more about it coming up in our next few shows. We'll be live again in the next 15 minutes, coming up at 7 and also again at 7:30.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.